So I'm going to try this setup here to let you know how I sew these princess seams. Here is the front and the side seam on the front, and I take my side back and I line it up inside the neckline. Here's the neckline, here's the shoulder. Line it up here, line up your little hash marks right at this point. Then I skip all the middle sections. And I go down and I line up the bottom half to its hash mark. Pin it. So my bottom halves line up. So I have this gapey thing here in the middle that needs lined up. And princess seams are basically a curve like this that needs to meet with a straight, which is the straight's on the center. The curve is on the side. So how I normally work these, let's get this situated, is I'll put my curved piece down on the table and I'll put my straight piece facing me. And I take some scissors and I cut some clips about every ½ inch in the straight piece, which is the front bodice. Now with these clips in here, I could spread out the straight piece so it sits around the curve of the side bodice. And I'll pin it like that. So what I have is a nice smooth curve, and when I sew it, I'll let the curve move, or the straight move around the curve, and I sew it with curve side down. So put it on the machine here. And while you're sewing it, sometimes you may have to manipulate the curve. I generally go with the curve. I don't sew with the straight at all. Otherwise you'll get puckers. And I keep from getting puckers by taking that material and working it. Keeping it flat under the presser foot. Doesn't matter how bunched up it gets outside of the pressure foot, as long as inside it's looking good. And my machine is awesome. I have the Project Runway PC420 by Brother. I just press a button, it lifts the presser foot and cuts the string for me. How awesome is that? Now we have our princess seam sewn, and you have to press these. Sometimes you have to trim them, but this is just a muslin, so it doesn't matter to me. You can see here, here's our princess seam. With princess seams you always press the seam towards the center. I think so. I might be wrong. So I would press it like this, the seam towards the center. And I've got one side of the bodice done. I'm going to go repeat that with the other side of the front and also with the back. And that's basically how I sew my princess seams.